I had just logged on Twitter, and I was eating multigrain Cheerios at the time, and I felt the Lord, and I heard his voice so clearly, and he said, Brittany, the people need to know what you ate for breakfast.
Some people call it the gift of punctuality. Some people call it the gift of on time. I like to think of it more as a spirit of untardiness.
People do say to me sometimes, you're just so judgmental. And honestly, I have to tell you that I just really believe that God has given me this gift, and I'm an officially licensed fruit inspector. That's my job. It's what he's given me to do.
When most mothers have their first babies and they look at them, they say, that is the most beautiful baby in the world. But I know that it's actually the truth when I say it, because the Lord wanted it that way.
If there was an Abercrombie & Fitch catalog for inner beauty, I'd be on the cover.
One of the biggest ways that I've used prayer in the development of my spiritual gift of dodgeball has been the pre-match prayer walk. I like to get to the gym a little early and do, I guess you could call it a Jericho walk around the gym, just trusting that the Lord will give me strength to overcome the day's competitors.
I take pride in being the guy who can respond to any given situation with a reference to a movie or a TV show or whatever.
I really go out of my way to make sure that I'm the most humble person in the room. Sometimes when I'm praying, it's like, most people are like, they'll bow their head a little bit, but sometimes like I'll get kind of down like this. I'll kind of get, lower. This is just kind of...
Anybody can serve, but not many can begin every single word with the same letter. I use it frequently. I think it's functional and doggone it's fun. I mean, don't you think?
There are always opportunities for us as leaders to help people to be better. So, for example, somebody needs to tell these women that they just don't need to eat at Applebee's 3 times a week.
Because I know that it's him, all him, to God be the glory, every time I eliminate an opponent, I scream, in the name of Christ! And they know that it is him who has thus powered me.
I just feel the way that technology is going right now, they'll eventually create a third world Farmville. And I mean, the minute that happens, those chickens will be donated to that site.
Being able to say, oh, this is just like Lost Season 2, Episode 4, when, and then I go on and I explain that, because no one really gets it the first time I say it. I always have to explain it.
There was a birthday party that I'd been invited to by my friends, and I showed up about 5 minutes late. And I'll just never forget that feeling that I'd missed it. Not only did I miss something special, but I felt like Jesus was mad at me.
Really? You're going to tell me sarcasm is not a spiritual gift?
I just listen for the voice of the Lord and I show up. It's usually 15 to 20 minutes early because, well, I feel like that's when the Lord does his best work.
Sometimes people come up to me and they say, hey, great job this Sunday. And I'm like, thank you. And I say, it really couldn't happen without the team behind me. And I know in my heart that it was really about me, but it would be so unhumble to just admit that.
But how can you not see the face of God when you look at this? Or this? Or this?
I think some people don't understand it. They find it maybe difficult, discouraging, or downright distracting. By the way, one of my secondary gifts is the gift of what we call triumvirate, being able to break anything down into 3 points, no matter what it is, whether it be childbirth or civil engineering, which I guess you notice I just alliterated.
Is it the best gift? God doesn't look at it like that. But probably top 5.